Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin. Political commentary, and there will be some, is strictly the opinion of whoever it is that spouts it off. And
it could be either one of us tonight.
It could be either one of us. It could be both of us.
We've been on the air counting the opening theme, minute and 20. We don't have any donations yet.
What? That's it. We're done. We're off.
After canceling last night's show due to a rain delay, I forget what the reason was. I had a reason.
You didn't feel like you just said, you know what? I hate the Filipinos.
Didn't feel like it. That's what it was.
I just don't want to be on a freaking show.
I just started the opening of SmackDown tonight. Trick Williams is my dear close friend. He thinks he's the next big thing. He's been telling me about him for quite some time, long before I saw him on either NXT or WWE. And I have to agree with my friend, my longtime dear friend of 39 years, that he's right. This guy has got.
He's the deal. He is the real deal.
He's got some ring skills to work on, but hey, the Rock's punches weren't that great either. Yeah. And he made it all right. Hulk Hogan
definitely has the charisma. And I don't see him on the roster as a heel for very long. They're running him that way now.
I think he will be strong either way.
Yeah.
But the crowd is really into him, and there's only, I think, so long you can go with that. It's kind of like Steve Austin. He tried to make him a heel, but the crowd wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
The crowd wouldn't let him. They changed his music. It sucked, and Austin hated it. And let's see here. Hello to Evelyn, the first Filipino in the room today. And so, yeah, we're going to cover various things tonight. By the way, did we not pretty much predict that even Trump was going to have to find a way to get rid of the bird-legged hoe?
Well, when you go out there and you say, yes, we did spend $220 million on an advertising campaign, featuring me very prominently.
In front of Mount Rushmore, Great Canyon.
It was given to a company that was run by a former employee of mine that only
tied in with her.
Yeah, but it was a competitive bid.
Didn't have any shadiness look to it whatsoever. Not if you're a Republican. It looked fine.
And the Donald signed off on it.
That was her noose. They like nooses around there. Republicans love nooses, and I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. That's somebody else, I think.
Yeah, that's.
And then Corey
wouldn't be prudent.
Corin Dushendowski, I hear, might be looking for other employment as of today too, because he's the only one that wanted him around. And I wanted somebody to bring up. So you fired the guy that forgot your blankie when you had to switch planes. How did it feel to have to go and hire him back to fly your big ass home in your jet that didn't have a bedroom in it, so you could fuck Corey Lewandowski? How'd that feel? No one brought that. They brought up some sensitive shit, but they didn't bring that one up. So I would have asked that question. How did that feel?
Yeah.
To fire the guy because he forgot your little blankie. Oh my God. The people that are in this place. And Hex, have you been seeing these promos out of Hexeth? Thinking he's a pro wrestler? Oh, God.
Dude.
I tell you what.
Let me show you my white supremacist tattoos while I'm at it.
He's got some. He's got some. He said, "Oh God." And a lot of you people out there voted for this. I don't know that watch this show in particular, but there's a lot of you out there that will see this show that voted for this shit.
Yeah.
And if I were a right winger, we'd have about 6,000 people in here right now. If I was to kiss your all's ass and tell y'all
No
what you wanted
more
to
forever wars, except for the ones that I start.
hear. Not gonna do it. We don't need them. And now threatening Cuba. What'd they ever do to anybody? They're just sitting out there, not bothering anybody, just minding their own businesses, being their own dictators. They claim they ain't gonna lay down.
Cigar in a while.
Iran says they ain't gonna lay down. There's a lot of people saying that we are
Trump is
depleting
demanding
ourselves.
their unconditional surrender. Not even like stop your nuclear program or whatever. But we want the unconditional surrender.
Yeah. And they claim they're not going to do it. Not going to do it. So, but Trump says we have unlimited supplies. There's other people in the military that no, there's a limit, and we're going through them real fast. And they said that they said that Putin and China and various others are just loving this shit. The first donation of the night, as usual, comes from TC from the NC with his $10 donation. For those of you that know or don't know, we also have a GoFundMe because we got 4 families that are in serious need. Now, none of you out there gave a shit, and I can say none of you, other than Jazzy Jana and the man sitting there behind that microphone. Y'all the only people that gave a shit about the 4 people that are in serious need. Because you don't have to donate $500. You don't have to donate $100. But those are the only 2 donations we got other than what I do behind the scenes. Which, fortunately...
that doesn't include the $700 that I
had to go to another
Vanessa,
household.
Well, that I had to go to another household. Vanessa out of a hospital.
So he had $1,200 go out of his pocket in 1 week. I, behind the scenes, had a good chunk of that, almost the same amount, going towards Eunice's family because her mother was told she had to have gallstone surgery within 24 hours or she might not be with us anymore because we've been messing around with this and trying to dissolve it and all kinds of shit that's been going on for quite some time. And then it got down to do or die time. And so, you know, if she dies, there's no money coming in. Well, I can't let the family fucking rot away. So kind of like how Bob feels about Jelly Bean and helping Vanessa, you know. So somebody's got to help them. So we need your help, whether it's $10, $20, but only 2 people have donated to the GoFundMe, and it's been a good week?
At least that.
So I had to pay out amount. Fortunately, the government repaid me back some of my money, reinstated my Medicare, reinstated my disability, which I haven't had since October. I've been trying to function on $500 Social Security checks when they should be a little over $1,000. So they've been giving me half my money, plus making me pay for Medicare A and B, which I'm not supposed to. So it's another $200. So they've been basically deducting $700 a month, a little over, every month since October. And I just got that reinstated like two days ago. I mean, you talk about lifting because, man, if Aetna was going to cut me off insurance on the middle of May if we didn't get Medicare reinstated. So fortunately, I got the right people on the phone and explained to them, hey, guys, shit ain't changed since 2007. Same shit. Check my medical records. I'm more disabled now than I was in 2007.
Yeah.
I might weigh less, but, you know, still, you know.
So, honey, have you listened to the last 3 minutes of our show?
Apparently, I don't even know.
Apparently not. I don't know who she is either.
Is that Charm cosplay? That could be Christy Nome. She might
Castellation. Yeah, she's trying to look for it. She's her own GoFundMe. she needs a honey, we have spent close to $2,000 in the last week.
Yes,
alone
we
helping
have
people.
Probably over that now that I sit here and think about it.
Yeah,
because not only do we have those 3 major families needing desperate help, but everybody else needs help. A good chunk of money went out the last 2 days. I didn't do shows the last 2 days. But people still needed help. It's like I told my dear friend of 39 years. You know, we had Reluca. Well, I
Yes.
hadn't heard from Reluka in quite some time. Reluka writes me. She's been in the hospital for 6 months. That's why I hadn't heard from her. She had some
Mm.
type of fucking lung disease. And she just gets out of the hospital. She's trying to work. She's trying to make it. Her father's sick, who we've known forever. We've known these people since 2012. I've known Reluka since she's about 16 years old. She's 29 now. 13 years, give or take. And she needed help. Well, $70 went a long way to change her life. They needed medication for her and her father, needed food. And she asked me, can you get me, I forget what it was, like 60 euro. And in all transparency, my ex-wife, of all people, helped me because I'd already sent out a shitload of money to Eunice's family and various other families, trying to keep them above water, trying to keep their mother alive so she can earn an income,
Mm-hmm.
take care of the family so this show doesn't have to do it. And so we sent her, I think, $75. $75 got her a shitload of food and medicine for both her and her father. We can't do that here. We can't do it here, but she's in
My dad's. I just
Bucharest. Is
picked
that
up.
where she's at? Romania?
Yeah, I just picked up one of my prescriptions from my dad
Yeah.
2 hours ago, and it was $90 by itself. One prescription.
You had to pay 90 with your insurance?
Well, my dad's insurance. Yeah, he has Blue Cross
Oh
Blue
my
Shield.
God.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything I got to pay that much for. Now, my son, the reason he had to leave the country is that his prescription for, what do you call it? An immune deficiency, a very rare one. I think only 1 in every 2 or 3 million people get this. And Pfizer in America charges $11,000 a month for that drug. And various other Asian countries around the world, and a few in Europe, and Dublin, a few others, about $100 a month. It could, anywhere from 90 to 127. Same drug. We asked Pfizer. We got them on the phones. 3 of my family members and myself have gotten Pfizer on the phone. Why do you charge that much here? You charge 127 over there, max, 90 in some countries. 11,000, not 1,100, 11,000 here for this
Sure.
Pfizer drug for a rare immune deficiency. Why? And they said
Because they can.
calm, because almost your government makes it possible that we can.
Yeah.
Your government does this because they're all in bed with Big Pharma. And the Democrats are kind of, not as much as the Republicans, but there's some that are in bed with Big Pharma as well. Kirsten Sinema was one of the worst. That's why she's not in office anymore. It got very clear with wasn't she Arizona? Am I right on that?
Yes, she was there.
Yeah, Kirsten Sinema. Used to hear that name all the time. There's my sweet Ruby May. How you doing, Ruby? Daddy, I missed the show. Well, no, you didn't, because here you are. So,
Well, I think she's been missing the shows. What
yeah,
she
you
said.
have been. Yeah. Well, she's had her own issues. She's been in the hospital quite a bit lately. We won't get into why, but she's been in the hospital quite a bit. And so we got TC from the NC.
Well,
and here we go. Maybe this will get the ball rolling. This is a donation for, and this comes from an LLC, by the way. This is a donation because we don't want to have to hit you with any fees. We don't want to make it difficult for you to get your money out. We have a challenge of $100 from Jaded Zentertainment LLC. $100 and 1 penny.
Corporate sponsor.
Yeah, you could say that. So a $100.01 challenge from Jaded Zentertainment. I've never ever read it that way.
Zentertainment.
I realize it says Zentertainment. I've never realized that because it breaks it up on my phone. So there we go. So that's very nice. Thank you so much. I, for one, have already matched that, but I'll match it again on March the 15th is when I get my next bonus check. I will gladly match that and add it to everything else I've sent out here recently. And Bob has all the receipts because they go to a specific place here. Get to file taxes on all that. Fortunately, we're a 501c3 and we're tax exempt up to $50,000 in donations a year. A lot of my side work, basically, I trade out my phone services for donations to my charity for legal purposes. So basically, it makes it easy on my boss. Easy on me here. Everything you pay me, it's a charitable donation. That way he doesn't have to pay taxes on it, and nor do I, as long as we keep it under $50,000. So combined, hey, god dang, here we go. Now we're off and running. And Mr. Michigan Mike, Mr. Michael Ryder, he has done so much to help us through the tough times here. Anytime we're down and out, he's the guy that steps up. And I know over the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's donated probably at least $150 just over the past few weeks. And if it's any more than that, Mike, feel free to correct me. But Michigan Mike has always, man, stepped up and really helped us out. And the other one that does that a lot is Randy Macho Man Satterley. He is $50 and $100 us to death at times. $25 here and there. He has sponsored StreamYard. Right now we have Randy Satterley sponsoring StreamYard for the next. I'm sorry. Sanford. Jeff Sanford. There we go. Yeah, I'll get his name right in a minute. And
Jeff Sanford and Son.
And he's been dealing with a lot of serious stuff with his father in Seattle, out Seattle way. And I won't get into the details of it unless he wants to come on here and make it public whenever he gets a chance. But serious shit going on with his dad, and he's still helping us as best he can. He's on Social Security just like I am. He gets more than I get, obviously. But that's why I still have to do a side job. But yeah, basically my boss and I trade out our services. I do my phone work's a charity for him. You need help, you contact me, I'll do the phone work. And then he makes charitable donations to us. And then once a month I get a bonus based upon how much performance I've done in the hotel business. So perfectly legal. I can do charity work if I want, and he can make charitable donations if he wants. And it helps both of us. And then when the bonuses come in, I just make sure the bills are paid. And then everything above that, like I said, at age 66, what do I fucking need? You know? I got a 2004 car that's paid off. By the way, they're trying to fuck with me on it. Bob, I don't know what legally you know about this. My own insurance agent doesn't actually know. She offered to pay me, but they keep my rates very low. I have $1,000 deductible on my car. Right. I got an investment account, and I got an old car. If it gets hit, if it ain't over $1,000, I can get into my investment account, and I can afford to fix the car. So to keep the rates low, because I don't get in very many accidents.
And you don't drive a lot.
Rarely, if ever. I've hardly drove the car since October. It's basically been parked on the street where it got the mirror hit. So I was supposed to get a $1,600 check, and I was going to take a good chunk of that and donate that to help our people. Probably, maybe not half, but close, because I still got to get the mirror fixed. But I could go somewhere else and fix it for a fraction of $1,600, but that was Volvo's estimate. I could probably get it fixed for about half of that, if not even less. So, but the insurance company that hit me says, no, you got to take our estimate. And I said, well, no, I don't think so. I don't think it works that way. You hit me. My car's paid for. I can go anywhere I want. No, I'm going to contact my attorneys. I'm going to contact the Department of Insurance, and we'll see how this goes. Well, wouldn't you know, I've got sitting here on my desk a check from the insurance company of the people that hit me for $203 because they're claiming they found me a mirror in Nashville for $99. So in other words, they're wanting to send me a used mirror that may or may not fit because Volvo told me they could only find one mirror in the United States that fits my 2004 Volvo. And if you want it, you better get it now. I said, well, I don't know if I'm willing to fork over $1,600 for one mirror that you can find that we're hoping will fit. And then another $800 to put it on. So that's okay. I'll take your estimate, but we'll get the mirror fixed at a later time, knowing that I'd find something somewhere in some junkyard or something. So, but they already sent me the check. So needless to say, I ain't cashing the goddamn thing. My insurance agent says, well, Kenny, we could cover it for you, but you got $1,000 deductible. So you'd get $600. I said, well, that does beat $200, but I ain't eating $1,000 for something that was their fault. So I'm going to contact the Department of Insurance. Alexa tells me, my corporate assistant here, I got the smart Alexa. Is yours still dumb or is yours ever smart?
No, I've got the upgraded Alexa. She just, I haven't spent the time training her yet.
Now if we can upgrade your governor and your senator, will really get
We're
things
working
rolling.
on the senator.
Well, the governor is within single digits, which ain't good enough for me. I'd like it 2 or 3 points. But
Yeah.
how much shit are people going to put up with out of Governor Abbott? He's been in bed with billionaires since the day he's been there, and he don't hide it none either. Why do they keep putting him in?
Well, the Democrats have not run strong candidates in the past. Let's just
Well, they got
put
to
it
be
that way.
stronger. Just don't be a crook. Ought to be strong enough. Just don't be a crook.
Our attorney general is
Don't be a
crook.
racist. Don't be a
Our-
homophobe. How
our
about
attorney-
non-crook, non-racist, non-homophobe? There's the
Well,
trifecta.
there's a large portion of the state that non-racist would disqualify them.
Oh, here's something good, that Michigan. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, we went over this. Well, let's put it this way, buddy. If my health insurance was over $100 a month, I wouldn't have health insurance. Well, I guess technically I did, because they were charging me $202 a month for Medicare, and I didn't know it. It went out of my Social Security check, and then they charged me back pay. I got a check for $300. Oh, well, we had to back pay your Medicare A and B. So yeah, they're charging him $800 a month, and I still do my part to help others. My problems in life are nothing compared. Well, and that's how I look at it, because I had a guy. I don't know if you saw the show, Bob. When me and Coltrane were doing the show, we had a guy in here, Bucky from Kentucky. I'll mention his name. He's blocked now, but Bucky from Kentucky decided he couldn't do it. What do you want me to give, Kenny? Blood money? I am disabled, and I'm a diabetic. Well, guess what? Since 2007, I've been disabled and a diabetic, and I've got $23,000 that's coming out of my account this year. Yes, quite a bit of it comes from here. Quite a bit of it comes out of my paychecks. Probably goddamn close to a 50-50 split by the time you add up my bonus money or any other side money that I get, insurance checks, whatever. Just, I'm a hustler. I ain't going to die. I ain't going to starve. Look at me. So, but yeah, this man is getting charged, and he's paying the $800 a month. I wouldn't pay the $800. I'd go to the emergency room if shit got bad, and I found out back when I was in that position, I paid, and I worked for Humana. I was covered with Humana, but when I went to a mortgage company that didn't cover me, a ridiculous amount for health insurance back then was like $300 a month. Well, I can't afford $300 a month and pay my rent, so I'll do without. And if I got real sick, I went to the emergency room. Even if I wasn't real sick, I went to the emergency room because they have to treat you. And I found out as long as you send them $10 a month, they ain't shit they can do to you. And I think that rule still applies today. Now, yeah, it'll get built up and it'll go on your credit history and all that. Well, I got by without credit since 1992. My credit's good now. I don't know what I did to get it that way.
You paid off all your credit cards, and you keep.
Well,
them.
I never had any credit cards.
Right. So you got
I've
a
never had
credit
it.
card. Yeah, you got a credit card, and
Yeah,
then keeps it paid off.
But they shouldn't have given me. They shouldn't have given me one based on my credit score.
Right.
But
Well,
I
you
think
can-
because of the investment account, I've been in real good standings with them for many, many years, and
Right.
they're the ones that offered me a credit card with $1,000 limit.
So I'm gonna bring this up here.
But according to Alexa, I have every right to choose my own insurance company, and they have to cut me a check based upon their. That's what Alexa said, and they seemed rather firm about that.
Yeah.
But this other
you
company's already
check
mailed me a
with
check for $200. I ain't gonna
Check
cash.
with the yeah. Don't because that is your acceptance of their.
Exactly.
their
No,
offer.
it's sitting
So-
here on my desk and got a bunch
So
of shit laying
normally
on it.
I wouldn't say we helped to fix her daughter's room. And
That
now
is a-
houses tend to come low in the thing.
Well,
because
do you know the backstory?
I do know,
on
so that's
this?
why I'm getting to the story here.
Okay.
So I mean,
Yeah,
normally
when you know
we-
the backstory, this has more importance than you think
normally
it does.
we say medicines come 1st, food comes second,
yeah.
home repairs where you've got water
Let's put
coming
it
in
this
the
way.
house.
I think Samuel L. Jackson would donate to this if I could get a hold of him.
Exactly. So poor Joan, her daughters looked up and coming out of the roof or something, or coming out of the floor.
No, they
off
didn't
the
look
floor.
up. They looked down in their bed.
Down in their bed. And
Yeah.
there was a king cobra.
It wasn't King Bolin. It was a king cobra.
A king cobra. One of the most
Not the one
venomous
that
snakes in
that
world.
wrestled in Memphis. Not that king
No.
cobra. They might have liked that. It was the snake.
an
And they had to get a neighbor to come by.
extraordinarily
They said a neighbor come
venomous
by and
snake.
caught him. I said, well, no, he ain't catching that guy. We're doing something else with
It's
that.
shotgun time, baby. with
Yeah,
us,
it's some other time.
Holy Moses. But yeah, so I don't know what they need to have done to their house to
It's a
snake proof it.
bunch of plywood to seal that room to where the snakes are crawling in at.
Yeah,
And,
so I don't know if she's giving you an
7,000
estimate
peso
or,
job, so that is about probably about $130, give or take.
yeah,
About
so
120, 130. And it
that,
keeps snakes out of the house. And that's labor and everything, by the way.
yeah. So guys, if you've ever had a king cobra in your bed,
In your
none of you
bed.
have. I can promise you there is only one person watching this show right now that's had a king cobra in their
Yeah.
daughter's bed.
Yeah, I don't know if Jason's watching the show, but Jason will probably be the first to come out here and say, I've been mistaken for having a king cobra in daughters' beds. I bet he'd say that. I
Well,
bet he'd say that.
you know, the king cobra is the one that gets flat on the top, so I don't know if you'd want to.
Well, you never know. Never know. Different women, different choices. Yeah, without insurance, my prescription. Oh, I didn't know you were on prescriptions, Michigan Mike. So yeah, without that, 400 a month. So yeah, so they got you or they want you, because I'd be in the same boat. My prescriptions, if I had to pay out of pocket for them, are about $1,400 a month. But because I'm on Medicaid, I don't pay a copay for anything. So that was why it was very important I get Medicaid back, or they were cutting me off on May 15th. I was done. And through several calls through Social Security and Disability, and the reason I was cut off was a glitch in their system. Because Social Security says, well, we don't see anything wrong. We don't know why you're off Medicaid. I called Medicaid. Well, we don't see anything wrong. We don't see any red flags.
It's
filled out
Elon
everything.
Musk's fault.
So it was some glitch. Well, very well could be. Because they fired everybody, and a lot of people that have to do with Social Security were fired. There's a bunch of people don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they went in there and fucked with the systems. And probably if Trump has heard any of my podcasts, I'm sure he'd be happy to fuck me out of my Social Security. He don't give a fuck. They don't have a heart. I mean, he went off on a fucking 20-minute ramble on the ballroom and the drapes when they were supposed to be talking about the soldiers that had been killed. He fucking looks up and starts raving. Did you see that? Raving about the gold. I picked those drapes in my first term. Oh, I've saved us money on doors. We're just going to pull the curtains back in there. In a year and a half, there'll be the ballroom. And the missus doesn't like the jackhammering going. Well, she ain't going to get no jackhammering in her bedroom. She ain't got to worry about that.
Until a Secret Service guard's there or something, maybe.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about that. So, yeah, $100. Well, where did Michigan Mike's payment go? I saw it go through. There's Jaded Entertainment, TC, and Michigan Mike sent one. Where'd his payment go? Well, let me go to PayPal. Maybe it's there. I know he sent it because I saw it light up. $50. Yeah, and Jaded Entertainment. There they are. So, yeah, $50 from Michigan Mike and Jaded Entertainment with 100. Those are the two challenges. Appreciate that. That is a huge help. And $10 from
TC
from the NFC. And then Jazzy Jana has 100 setting in the GoFundMe. Bob has 100 setting in the GoFundMe.
Oh.
And I
500 sitting in the GoFundMe.
Fuck you, Kenny Bolin. Five, baby. And Bob was the first one to put any money in there because he felt bad because no one else done anything.
Well, that and I'm not going to be sharing the GoFundMe that I'm not contributing to, right? So I'm like,
yeah,
here I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
And all I can do is send you guys because I can put the money in the GoFundMe, but then I got to wait to get it back out, and we got people needing shit right now.
Well,
so
and
that's
then
why I sent. So all of y'all that donate any serious money, and I consider serious money $30 or $40 a month, which TC is. Oh God, he donates $10. Well, he donates 10 every time he sees us do a show. Yeah. So he could be doing $40 to $80 a month if we do 8 shows a month. He donates every show. $40 to $80 to me, serious money.
Yep.
$40 feeds a family of 4 for 30 days. It ain't much variety, but they can eat. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, this little shitbag Bucky from Kentucky used an excuse. Well, I'm disabled and I'm on. And then you see Michigan Mike's story. No, Mike, I didn't know you had to take $400 worth of prescriptions a month. But yeah, mine. Well, last I looked, when I added up everything, it was about 12 or 1300. But shit, it might be higher than that now. Let's put it this way: when the day comes, I have to pay $1,300 a month for prescriptions. We're going to see how long the good Lord looks out for me, because it might not be long. So, what do you do? What do you do? But no, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And like I said, so the man's paying $800 a month, and so yeah, they got him where he wants him. It's pay that, or you got to pay your own prescriptions, and you got no hospital coverage, no doctor's office coverages, anything like that. And that's fucking ridiculous that a hardworking man has got to pay $800 a month for preventative health care. And there's almost no other major country in the world that does that. We have to do it. We're one of the few countries that pays as much income tax as we do. Some of us, not so much the billionaires, but the rest of us, ridiculous.
Well, I saw a post from someone. I think they were from Denmark or from Finland, one of those countries that, they pay like 60% income tax, but they also pay like nothing for healthcare and nothing for college education.
And when you add all that up, add up what you pay for healthcare in college, if you have people of that ilk, I know y'all listen to me and y'all think that I have 13 years of college, but I don't. I barely got 13 days of high school. Oh, Ruby May sent me some pictures. Hello. Oh, she looks so pretty. Hi, Ruby May. Daddy, it's okay for you. Okay, here we go. I got permission to do this, Bob. I've been granted permission. Mm-hmm. Daddy, it's okay for you to send me milk and rice for me and my mom, and there's a reason she needs that.
That's so sweet of her for allowing you to do that.
Well, Bob, off the air, there's some things you don't know.
No, there's lots of things. I haven't heard from Ruby May in forever.
Well, there's a reason, and I'll cover it with you off the air. And Cheska, there's some things they were hesitant to tell me about, so we'll talk about it off the air. Let's see. Rice for Mom last week. She given me milk for fruit. Yeah, I did send you money for fruits last week. I sure did. But it's not enough, Daddy. It's okay for me to have rice only, Daddy. It's important for me. Okay, well, yeah. So Ruby May needs rice and milk. And she's got her brother in the picture with her, and she's looking a little sleepy. Is that her brother? Yeah. No, that's another girl. Pardon me. Yeah, well, it's either a girl or a pretty boy.
Could be either.
Bob, I'm going to forward you these pictures of Ruby May, and then you tell me. Because from the picture, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, well. So Ruby May needs rice and milk. So we've gotten a few big donations in here tonight. We got Michigan Mike with the 50. We got Jaded Entertainment with 100. TC from the NC with 10. I think I've already sent out, probably about 100 today, at least over the past 2 days. I know it's way over 100. Eunice's mother needed $50 worth of prescriptions alone for follow-up for the surgery. I paid for her blood transfusion. Yeah, that wasn't cheap. But she had to have a blood transfusion or she couldn't have the fucking surgery. So it's been one goddamn thing after. And Bob's been through all this with Jelly Bean because he financed her blood transfusions and gallstone removal and all that. Only Eunice's mother, I think, is pushing about 40, give or take, maybe 42. Jelly Bean's how old?
25, 26.
25 now? Or 26, something like that, yeah. So Jelly Bean went through that earlier, and that's what Bob financed with her, was her gallstone surgery, which got kind of expensive. And I paid for PhilaHealth for the family to bring those ridiculous prices way down. Could be a lot worse. Let's put it this way, we couldn't have afforded it without it. Chesko, we sent 1,500 pesos because she had some things that had put her in the hospital recently, and she, fortunate enough, her landlord gives her a free boarding room for working in her little store. You work in my store, I'll give you a free boardroom, but you have to pay your water and electric. And she only pays her 100 pesos a day and a free boardroom, which is worth about 1,500 pesos a month. So she has to work very cheap, but that's what she does so she can go to college. And I think she's in her second or third year of college. So she needed her water and electric bill paid. All right, well, all of y'all out there that need to, in America, that need to pay your water and electric bill.
Yeah.
My electric bill this month was $288. And fortunately, my water bill is $35 a month every month because it's built into my rent. So we'll just round up and say $335 is my water and electric bill, rounding up by $12. Her water and electric bill, under $30. I sent her 1,600 pesos. And looks like, did he do it again? Oh, no, I think it just went through. Yeah, I just got a notification. Unless he did it twice. Let me go to PayPal and check, because I just got a notification on Michigan Mike, and oh my God. My girlfriend just posted a picture. Sakia, you know my girlfriend. The Cambodian queen. That girl is not capable of taking a bad picture. I'm just going to say that right now. She is not capable of taking a bad picture. No, I just now got the notification on Michigan Mike for whatever reason. I thought that he had donated 50 again, but if he's got $800 a month health insurance, that would be something.
All right, so we got a couple of things to show here. We've got here's Ruby May.
Boy or girl?
There, I would say potentially I think that's a girl, especially based on this picture.
Yeah, now that one, either that or it's Michael Jackson, and he's been in hiding.
Yeah.
A little Michael-y there.
Yeah, so there's...
Well, I guess I'll have to ask Ruby who that is.
Yeah, now, the other thing we got to share is the absent co-host who was digging around in his basement, the one who lives in with his mother.
I haven't got to see this.
Found this. This is an NWA Tag Team Wrestling Champion. This is a replica belt. It's a tag belt. It's a replica belt, but it's one of the heavy duty ones. It's not one of the plastic.
Not one of the cheap ass shit.
So he is willing to sell that. If you are an NWA fan, a belt collector,
you know what? I know somebody who is. Jay from Blaze Pizza might get in on the bidding.
So it's got the U.S. and the Canada side plates. I think that's on the side. It's got Mexico and I forget. I can't see them very well, but got the side plates with the different countries from the NWA. NWA at the top there, Tag Team Wrestling Champions. This he said he would take bids on, minimum bid $150. Don't think you're going to get this one for cheap. No. And then he will ship it to you.
And you got to pay the shipping.
Proceeds. You got to pay the shipping. The proceeds, the $150 will go to the charity, and the shipping will pay for the shipping. So
shipping will pay
now,
for the shipping.
If you want to pay more than $150, more than one of you decides you want to have this item, and you want to get into a bidding world. And
I'm going to send me a picture of that because I'm going to copy that.
It's in the show chat.
All right, I'm going to send that to Jay at Blaze Pizza. He's got a shitload of belts. I think he was getting ready to bid on one from Memphis. I forget which one it was, one of the Southern heavyweight belts or something. So I'll show him that, and then if he'll do 150 to 200.
Sure, the Ghost is going to want to get in on that belt bidding because he's a mark.
Said, if you can't fix stupid, and the former Fox News anchor certainly fits the description. I tell you what, between Hegseth and Frankenstein, Kennedy Jr.
Well, and Cash Patel, Bug Eyes.
Oh my God. Who gets humiliated every time he gets and all he did was bitch about how much money we were spending on private planes for FBI directors, and he has racked up like 10 times more money than all the other ones put together.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get home. They say I have to use this plane not to fly your girlfriend all over the goddamn country, which something's up there. I've seen her. She's nothing I would want, but you look at that little bug-eyed fuck that stands about 5'4", and that's your man. FBI money pays that cat, and his name he spells with $. So I would too, so I can't say anything about that. If I was Cash Bolin, there'd be $sign in my name. So I'm not going to get on him about that. But yeah, he's a bug-eyed little fuck and just wasting our fucking money. Christine Nome, they show her a picture of the bed that's on the jet she's having, the bed that she's been fucking Corin Lewandowski in. Well, that appears to be a picture of a bedroom. She knew what it was, and then acted like she didn't know what it was, and then tried to claim that Trump approved this $260 million in ads. God knows for these multiple private jets for her and Corey to fly around the goddamn. And both of them are married, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. For you Bible thumpers out there that put any stock in marriage, they're both married. And neither of them are hiding their relationship amongst the elite. Everybody in the White House knows. They said it's uncomfortable to be around these two. And then and Christie's husband just sat here and watched the confirmation. I'm sorry, what do you call it when they get brought?
Just the hearings that were.
The hearing, the accountability hearings. And Christy and Kornduski's wife and husband are having to sit back and watch this. And hey, is it true you're fucking Corey? That's basically how they phrased it. And then she wouldn't say no. They gave her multiple opportunities. I'm not going to respond to that tabloid garbage.
Yeah, she wasn't going to perjure herself.
But she did.
Any more than she already did.
Later, yeah, once you perjured yourself once, well, perjure away. There's not multiple perjury charges. Once you've done it once, you're screwed in. You might as well lie about the whole goddamn thing and then plead insanity. Oh, I'm a habitual liar. Donald, you know about that. You can't help yourself. You lied every time you open your lips. Well, I do too. What are you going to do? Dad, help me. Angeline. Number one, I need to know what you need. Number two, I helped somebody named Nazareno just a day or two ago. I have pointed out that we can help you guys once every month or two. Yeah, there you go. I wish I had that. Once every month or two. So I will look, write me, tell me what you need. But if it's been within the last 3 or 4 weeks, once a month is pushing it. Once every 2 months is more like it. We are here to help, not do total support. I got some of you that send me every bill you get. What the fuck were you doing before you met me? I would say pardon my language, but I use it enough. There's no reason to pardon me. Man,
not enough pardons.
Not enough pardons. I would say I got more pardons than Donald Trump, but I don't because he got 1,600 on day one. Many of them are committing new sexual assault crimes. Well, birds of a feather, is all I can say. Let's see here. Guys, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do what I can, but I can't help multiple times a month to any of you.
Especially for when it's
water bill, electric bill. One of you sent me Daddy, my electric bill is 2,800 pesos. Well, unfucking plug something. Yeah. Because the average electric bills I'm seeing are between as low as 500.
Usually like 8 to 9. Yeah, usually 8 to 9.
I've even seen some 14s for larger families. A couple of fans, maybe refrigerator or something. Okay. All right. 14, that's $30 a month. Okay. That's the cutoff line right there. So if you got an electric bill larger than that, you got to come up with half of it. You got to come up with half. If it's 1,400, you got to come up with half. If it's 2,800, you got to come up with half. And you got to show me your half. You can't say you got half. And you also can't ask me for one thing. And I say, well, we don't do that. Daddy, I need help with my project. We don't do project. Daddy, I need help with my uniform. We don't do uniforms anymore. Oh, okay. Well, then I need rice. Well, you should have probably dropped that.
Should have led with the rice, I think.
So now you've disqualified yourself because you asked for two things that you knew we weren't going to help with.
Right.
So, I don't know. But Angeline, write my inbox and tell me what your need is. Then I'll go back, because there's some of you have written me and I hadn't helped you in a couple, 3 months. And I don't mind helping those people if we have the money. But, guys, I am not independently wealthy like Bob Hazelwood over here.
Right.
Bob, have you decided to just sell that goddamn car of yours yet and just make a big-ass old profit and just help about 1,000 of these people?
No.
Is that a picture of your car?
No, it's a
different
model.
I don't know if I've ever gotten a good look at your car.
Let's see here. Let me.
You got anything handy?
I do have something handy, I think.
My car is so old, Bob, that there's one mirror to fit my car in all of the United States, and apparently it's in Nashville, Tennessee.
In a junkyard, maybe.
Well, that's probably where they found it. So yeah, that's what they're trying to do. My own insurance company told me that. She says, well, you probably scared them to death when you said you're going to contact your attorney. She said, insurance companies hate attorneys. And she said, that's what they're doing, is that they're sending you that check, praying to God you'll be stupid enough to cash it. Yeah. I said, no, the minute I saw it, $203. Yeah, I'm jumping all over that. There's Mary. So, this is the girl, that's the daughter. And I love her. She's the sweetest little thing. She just turned 17 here a few months ago. She says she loves me for what I do for their family, and Leica's her younger sister, who is I think about to turn 17 or just turned, I don't know. They got three sisters there. I think they're like 15, 16, and 17. Correct me if I'm wrong, sweetie. And but she goes by the name Mary Ann. She says, but her classmates call her Shane, which is apparently some popular singer in the Philippines or something. Mm-hmm. But she's the one that wrote me and told me about the snake. So she's staying at her aunt's house right now. She says, I can't bring myself to try and sleep in that bed. I said, I got a lovely bedroom. I got a nice king-size bed. I got a nice $1,000 mattress that Wayfair sponsored me years ago. And it's a very comfortable bed. The night I go in that bed and a fucking king cobra's laying next to me, it's the last night I sleep in that goddamn bed.
Yeah.
There will be a team coming here, tear this goddamn place apart, rebuild it, and put up a big sign out in the front yard that says no king cobra. Only one king is allowed in that bed, and he's sleeping in it now. No king cobras. And we hope the snakes can read. So we'll work on it, honey. Now my suggestion to her, instead of 7,000 pesos to redo the entire room with new plywood, this, that, and the other, maybe we do the lower half and hope the snake can't crawl up halfway the wall. Because I don't know if it came up through the floor, the lower section of the, I don't normally see snakes crawling up the side of a house to get in, Bob. You know anything on it? Especially a king cobra?
Well, I don't know about king cobras, but we were, when I was, we had the house with, my wife and I were out watering the lawn one morning, and I went over to the spigot there on the house, and I looked up right in front of me, and there was a 12-foot long snake climbing the wall of my house.
Oh.
And that was brick, so it was using the brick surface to get up.
Yeah, had a little something to
but
grip on
right in front of me, I mean, I didn't have gray hair until that happened.
What kind of snake was it?
It was it was a
lot of snake.
It's a lot of snake. It might not have been 12 foot.
Now, to give you a comparison, when I was
probably an 8-foot long snake.
When my dad got out of prison, the stepdad, when he got out of prison, he got
cattle rustling.
For cattle rustling, he got a pet snake, and he gutted out a black and white 25-inch console television, gutted it out and turned it into a snake cage. And we had a 6-foot boa constrictor in there. And supposedly they don't really bite you. They can, but they normally like not to. They squeeze you to death.
Right.
Well, this snake was rather friendly. And he loved...
It always wanted to give you hugs.
The snake, he hugged me. The snake apparently loved me. Mom was terrified of it, wouldn't touch it. Dad would get it, but would try to discipline the snake if he misbehaved, and the snake didn't take kindly to it. So the snake turned on Dad one night. But I used to take the snake, and to keep people away from me, to make it safe for me to go to the laundromat. I mean, I'm fucking 11 years old, walking the streets of LaGrange. All the violence out there. So I would put the snake around my neck, walk to the laundromat, walk to the store, and guess who would never fuck with you? If you got a 7-foot boa constrictor, a thick one, by the way, he wasn't no little bitty snake, he was thick. And the snake loved me. I really felt the snake cared for me. Never, ever tried to fuck with me. But I'd have the snake with me, and nobody fuck with you. I don't care what race, color, or creed you were not fucking with me, because they would not fuck with the snake. So, and I did that for several months. But then we found out something terrible. The snake turned on Dad, and Dad had to get him off from him with a broomstick because he was trying to bite him. Because Dad was trying to discipline him. He's doing something. He's going somewhere Dad didn't want him to go, and he grabbed him by the tail. Snake didn't like it. All this happened when I'm 10 or 11. I'm going, this shit's never going to leave my memory banks. And then that snake turned on Dad. Oh, he threw a rug over it to get it under control and get it back in the television. Because the snake wasn't mad at me, he was mad at Dad, so I didn't give a shit. And me and the snake were still cool. But what we did not know is that when a snake changes ownership, they can go 2 or 3 months without eating, maybe 4 months. But they have to be force-fed when they change owners, and we did not know that. There was no Google. There was no Alexa. And you had to really look up shit like that back then. And the snake ended up starving to death. And my mother celebrated. When she saw that snake wasn't responsive in the cage, she was happier than shit. She hated that snake. But I was disappointed. I considered the snake a friend. But the king cobra apparently has not made any friends. That snake is so scary. Yeah. My sister just saw it and suddenly she screamed. That's what I'd have done. Her snake in our bed. So, like I said, Samuel L. Jackson should fund this by himself. He should send us 10,000 pesos to make sure this house is built properly.
And they don't get on the plane.
Right. They don't get
For
on the plane.
Those of you who are missing.
Bob, record news here today. We're sneaking up on the 10 o'clock hour. I don't know what the weather's been like down your way, but
tornado alert today.
We had one 2 days ago. 2 days ago, we had tornado alerts. The alarms went off and everything to do test warnings. Nothing hit around here. We had some hit up southern Indiana. But going back, I think 40 years, we had a high of 78 degrees. 78 degrees. Today's high in Cherokee Triangle, and I think in Louisville we actually hit 82. Here on my front porch, my thermometer out on the front porch said 84 degrees today, breaking the record high by about 6 degrees. No, I don't think it's been 40 years. I think it's the second time in 40 years. I think in 2013 we hit 78. We hit 78. There was another stat I was going to throw at you that kind of blew me away that I heard today. Got to get the memory going. Got to get it cycled. Hang on. Because this was wicked. And I had to ask Alexa while I was in the bathroom because I was bored. Oh, hang on. It's got to come to me. Bob, talk about something while I try and think about what I thought. Oh,
Elimination Chamber.
Hang on before you do. I got to talk. This is my son's best friends in the world are Clarita and her husband, RJ. RJ wrote me today, and he sent some of the sweetest letters about how much he cared about my son and so thrilled he's getting to do some things. And Clarita, y'all made his day today. I forwarded him all the letters. I forwarded him the picture that your husband made. And he is so thrilled. He's asked me to pass on his phone number, which you'll be getting after the show. But your husband made my son's day today. And just wanted to thank him for the sweet letters he wrote, how much we meant to him when he was a kid. And the feeling is definitely mutual. So I just wanted to address that before we go into that. And I'll be getting with you after the show. They're from Austin, Texas, Bob. Yeah, they're from Austin. And what a lovely young lady. How far is Austin from you? Bob's in the Fort Worth area?
Yes. Yeah, Austin is about it's about 3 hours.
Well, they were in Louisville in 2024. Her RJ's mom had passed away, and RJ and my son went to school together way back when. And just one of the good kids I've ever known. I call them kids because I'll be 66 March 16th, and
they're all kids at that point.
They're all kids at that point. So thank you for watching, sweetie, and tell your hubby I said hello. And those letters meant a lot to him and me. They were very sweet and very kind. This is an important stat. I hope it comes to me because I was blown away by the number. But go ahead and it'll hit me in a minute.
So Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
We sort of had to.
And if I had listened to some advice I'd been given, I'd have a lot of money right.
But I could have had some money. But
Bob saw the letters. I'm shocked Coltrane didn't put it all unread.
Well, now Randy did not say anything about the results.
He did not.
The only thing he said was his family was coming to the pay-per-view.
Only one reason I could think for them to be going there. But he didn't give me any finishes. Just to be clear,
he did not give any finishes. He just mentioned that his family
we had to cancel dinner plans because we were supposed to have dinner in Louisville, and then he had to cancel them due to creative coming up with some other shit. And he had to do the Pat McAfee show when we were supposed to be having dinner.
Right.
So that's well,
So tonight
I would have canceled too to do the Pat McAfee show.
Tonight on SmackDown we have Cody and Drew McIntyre. And the word is Cody is going to take Drew McIntyre, and that Cody and Randy will be the main event of WrestleMania.
Well, that's the match everybody wants to see.
Yeah, they've been teasing that match.
What people don't realize is that Drew McIntyre is OVW too.
Right.
And even I rarely mention it, but because I was strictly a commentator by the time Drew got here. And by the time Cody got here, I was very close with his father. But what a lot of y'all don't know is that Cody Rhodes and CM Punk helped me move, which is strange.
Yeah.
And who else was it that was in on that? Ryback. They used Ryback's truck. And when I moved from Fairground Road, Ryback, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and a couple others, I forgot Aaron the Idol, I'm sure, and a couple others helped me move. So, and Cody didn't have to do that. Punk didn't have to do it, but they did. So that was very nice of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Punk have been best friends ever since.
We've been best friends ever since.
He calls you every day.
Politically, he and I would get along well, and Batista as well. Batista and Punk and myself.
Batista's an odd cat. He really is.
He can be. He can be.
Yeah.
He's a hell of an actor, though.
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin and White Lotus. He does. He steals the scenes in White Lotus. And regardless of any differences we've had, I mean, I'll do that. I don't give a fuck what differences I had with you. If you're good, you're good.
Right.
And the promo with Punk and Roman Reigns. Did you see that?
Now the one on Monday where Punk goes, "I'll bury you like your dead father."
They're claiming Punk went off script. No,
that got cleared.
I think we're feeding some shit for WWE Unreal is what I think we're doing.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're trying to stoke the internet
I don't even
crowd.
think Punk thinks he's got the clout to go there without permission.
No, especially against Roman. I mean,
and I don't know how tough Punk thinks he is. But if you run that by me and I don't care for it, we're going to find out how tough you are right then and there.
Yeah. So, yeah. The fact that Roman stood there and took that, as they went off the air,
tells me
that
something else.
That was scripted.
Oh, by the way, one of the things I was trying to think about, Mark Wayne Mullen, and his name is Mark Wayne. It's not like I'm Kenneth Wayne.
It's not like
Mullen.
Mark Wayne. Yeah,
no,
it's Mark Wayne.
It's Mark Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trump's not a racist because Mark Wayne is Cherokee and he's always treated me good. Well, I'm half Cherokee. How black do I look? How much of the black community do I get to claim it
Trump
to?
hasn't treated you all that well.
And Mark Wayne Mullen ain't no goddamn darker than I am. So
No.
Even if he's full-blooded Cherokee, and I doubt he is, even if he's full-blooded Cherokee, but they ran a reel of his fucking blunders the other day. So I just wanted to shit on him the way I have shit on Punk about his MMA career. Because even when he was here, I used to give him shit about, untape the wrist. You ain't no fucking tough guy.
Taking somebody from Oklahoma, know they're going to replace him with another Republican. It's not like
he's safe. He's safe.
That's a safe seat.
There's no Democrat taking it. Texas can be a little scary. Ain't nobody in Oklahoma a Democrat going to take that seat, so they're very safe at take. That's another reason he got picked. But that motherfucker, remember when he wanted to fight the guy from the Teamsters?
Yes,
they've been running those clips all over all the news channels. He wanted to fight the guy from the Teamsters. Well, it turns out I'm a former MMA fighter. Well, I think that Teamster would have beat Mark Mark Wayne Mullen within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
Just from sizing him up. I don't know that Mark wanted him. But he was in MMA, and he went 3-0. Now, who he fought, one was a knockout and 2 submissions. I would like to see some of those fights so I could evaluate who he was fighting. Punk went, at least, 0-2?
I think he was 0-2, yeah.
And who else was in MMA? Bobby Lashley was in there for a little bit.
Yeah, so he beat a guy named Clinton Barnes twice, and he beat a guy named Bobby Kelly.
So wait a minute, he was in MMA. He had 3 fights, and 2 of them were the same guy. And
yeah,
one
of them. So first fight was with Bobby Kelly. He won via submission with the rear naked choke. Second fight was against White. Yeah, second white fight was against Clinton Barnes. Won that with a submission armbar.
A white fight. There's a shock there.
And then the third win, also against Clinton Barnes, was a TKO from punching the dude out. So 2 rounds, all fought in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He is says he's part of the Cherokee Nation. Does not give the Wikipedia page. Does not give
a percentage,
a breakdown as to.
I mean, I guess technically I'm part of the Cherokee Nation, but it's nothing I've formally done. I don't even know that my grandparents did it, or mom, or anybody. I don't know that any of them went through any of that that I know of. I do know that I can trace our family roots back to the 1800s, and none of them. I didn't inherit any teepees. I didn't do any of that. So.
But yeah, Mark Wayne, 48 years old.
What grown ass mother names their kid Mark Wayne in one name? I don't know. But they claim he's well liked even by Democrats. Every time I see him do an interview, I cringe at how stupid that man is. And they rolled a roll of his blunders that just over the past few months, of all the stupid shit that he said. Jimmy Kimmel ate him alive last night, if you want to watch Jimmy Kimmel's monologue. Just the highlight reel of stupidity that has come out of this guy's mouth. And so many of them are trying to claim we're not in a war now, even though they'll say war in the middle of it. And he said, well, she said, but you just called it a war. Who said it was a war? You did just now. Oh, well I misspoke. You just now said it. So,
I mean, Trump has called it a war since day one.
About 50 times. And so, have you heard how much money that we spent?
$1 billion a day.
Well, no, that's on the war. Have you heard how much money we spent to change the name from Department of Defense to Department of War, just in the letterheads and sign changes? No, have you heard the amount of money?
I'm guessing it's probably close to $8 billion, just as an estimate.
Well, I didn't hear any numbers like that, but I did hear it was in the neighborhood of $400 million so far to change us from the Department of Defense to the Department of War.
You got to print all new letterhead. You got to print all new business cards.
Yes.
Got to put Trump's picture on the outside.
I'm sure. Oh, and they got a mentalist to be the host of the Correspondents' Dinner this year. And that's the reason that I know Anthony Scaramucci. John Cena was sitting with Anthony Scaramucci at the Correspondents' Dinner, and that's how he told him, "Hey, I don't know anything about politics. Contact my manager. He'll talk with you." And that's how I know Scaramucci, is because of him sitting with John Cena and Bella at the Correspondents' Dinner. Isn't it a small world? Isn't it not a small world?
After all.
Hart DeLose is Ruby May's mother, for those of you that don't know. And snake problem, that's about $120 problem. And we've only made 160, I think. Yeah, we made 160 tonight. We can't spend 120 of it on a house. We got people needing food. We got people needing rice.
Yeah, I would think we could get the floor fixed. If we get the floor fixed for maybe half that, then that would be a good step, right?
Yeah, but I saw the sides, and the snake apparently came in through the side.
Oh, well, then let's leave the floor wide open and just fix the sides then.
Let's let the snake work how he gets in. We'll take away one of his entrances.
He's got to figure out, this is not working anymore.
The snake needs an entrance and an exit. I'm coming in through the wall, but I'm leaving through the floor. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently they had a guy come down and capture the snake. That guy deserves some type of a medal that I'll never be getting. Kenny, can you come down here and help us catch the snake?
No.
Y'all let me know when the snake packs his shit up and leaves. I advise y'all to do the same.
Yeah, y'all have a shotgun? I'll help you catch the snake.
The snake's in your bed. Cover him up. Make sure he's got everything he needs.
Make sure he's nice and warm.
Work with the snake.
Cuddled up.
Keep him warm. And then throw a big area rug on him. That's what Dad did.
Yeah, give him a nice bowl of milk.
We had like a 3x5 walk-in rug, and Dad threw that rug over that fucking 7-foot python. He blinded the snake, is what he did. He blinded the snake.
Yeah, that won't piss it off. No.
No, he was pissed. He was trying to bite Dad when he got him. They got fangs. I don't know how much damage they do. So I think I've heard they're not venomous. They'll bite you and they'll hurt.
Well, they have teeth because they need to drag
they got the mouse.
When they
see, we put mice in the cage with him. We put mice in the cage with him. We thought we'd done our job, and then the mice are having babies. So there's like 15 mice in there.
He's ignoring the mice.
And he's buddying up with them. He's holding class. He's teaching these little mice. He's having school. So, and then he wouldn't eat them. So even the little bitty ones. And they said, but you had to force feed him. Well, I wasn't doing that. I mean, I like the snake, but I wasn't force feeding him. Hey, goddammit, it's mouse time. And plus, I like that they were little white rats, is what they were.
His little pets.
So eventually, I got out of the snake business, and we had white rats as pets. That's what was left behind.
The rats would eat the dead snake, I bet. That wouldn't have been any problem.
They would have loved that. So I'd put the rats on my shoulder, and that equally keep people away from you. Man's got a fucking rat on his shoulder. At least it ain't a snake. 3-inch rat as opposed to a fucking 7-foot snake. That's better. I think the rat's going to do a lot less damage. That's one way to look at it.
So we had any donations?
We've only got 3 donations. Is anybody else going to do anything or no? Ruby May, thank you, Daddy. Understand all my situation. All right, yeah, I'm doing what I can. Evelyn, honey, I have friend here. Oh my God.
Sweet.
Oh. Bob, breaking news. Evelyn Mayano, honey, I have friend here. Dad just died.
Oh, that's sad.
Picture of the body.
Oh, Jesus. Why did they do that? At least the dad wasn't like run over in the street or something.
Well, they covered him up with a blanket, for crying out loud, and at least it ain't the snake. Honey, I have friend here. Oh, his dad just died, not hers.
Oh,
I'm a little less sympathetic over that.
Yeah.
As long as it's someone else's dad,
That's too bad. There's Evelyn.
Poor Evelyn. Is she in here? Oh, she is. Oh my God. Well,
my
honey,
friend's dad died. Well, tell your friend we're very sorry.
And here's the thing: I just sent her money yesterday. Well, good thing. Sent her 1,100 pesos. What did I send you that money for? Do you remember? Yeah, I just sent her 1,100 pesos yesterday. There you go, sweetie. That was the most that we could come up with.
The ocean.
That's what I had in my Venmo
the ocean
account.
Taketh away.
That's about 500. Oh, she asked for half of I think of help on her electric bill. No, or medication for her mother.
Yeah, well, medication's important.
My brother just gave us food, but I need medication for my mother, something like that. So she asked for half. We sent her about 500 over half. And then the next day, her friend's father died and sent me a picture of the body. It was very nice. Appreciate that.
So, well, in case you wanted proof that he was dead, here's his body.
Well, I wasn't looking for proof. I wasn't looking for it. All right, there's your car, Bob. Okay. You probably sent it to me before, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. Here's the other one. I want to win this one. This one is a...
what do you want to win?
A Lamborghini Huracan.
Well, that's a ride. Yeah. I would advise winning that one instead of paying for it. That'd be my advice.
I'm not paying for that one.
Out of curiosity, because I know you've had the car for a while, how many payments? Because I know you pay extra every month trying to get it paid down. How many payments you have left?
Probably, I think, let's say I get it paid off in the summer of 27. So about 16 or 18 more payments.
You know, my monitor is probably going to have to be returned. My brand spanking new monitor. It keeps powering off and resetting, and it did it before the show started. And here we are, 1 hour, 15 minutes in the show. It just powered off again. The brand of the TV is ONN, which I don't know what that is, powered by Vizio. So
I think ONN is that. I think that is that Best. That's not Best Buy's brand.
I got it from Walmart. So it's powered by. So I'm going to be a second before I can see you.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
This is when I'm freezing up, right?
Yeah. This is.
Yeah, it is. It is the Walmart branded TV.
Well, I got a feeling I'm going to have to return it, but then again, we've already taken it out of the box. All right, I'm back, and 10 pounds heavier. Yeah, it keeps doing this over the past few days. Powers off out of the fucking blue, and then and then resets.
Is it powering off, or is it just going black? And
it goes black, and then the logo comes up. ONN by Vizio.
Oh, so it's like power cycle.
Goes around, reboots, and then it goes to the home screen.
You might make sure that the power cord's plugged in solid.
Oh yeah, I mean I did everything myself. Everything's as snug as you can get it from the HDMI cable. I mean, there's only 2 cords: the power cord and the HDMI going from the Mac. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really I can do. So and it wouldn't come back on if it wasn't powered up right.
Well, I mean, if the power cable was loose, it would.
Well, I was thinking it's not. I mean, I crawled under the desk and plugged it in. That's about as snug as you can fucking get it. So I don't know.
Is it King Cobra snug?
Walmart is not going to want to put another television together and send it here and come here and pick this one up. They ain't going to want to do that. So I might have to file a dispute against them.
Well, if it's
keep
defective,
this fucker and give it to somebody, and then get me another TV and just pay a little bit more for a more reputable brand. So based on my reviews, if you don't like your TV powering off on you while you're watching it, I'm not recommending this one. So, now, I didn't do it the first few days, but the last 2 or 3 days it's been doing that, maybe 3 or 4 days. And it's just random. You never know what's going to do it, just out of the blue. So, I don't know. You know, I still haven't thought of that amazing stat that I pulled up. God damn it. Because it goes... Shit. I think it might have been something weather related. Oh, here we go. It's starting to come to me. What is... Oh, I got one. Here it is. And nobody can look this up. I want you to do it off the top of your head. It's not weather related, but sort of, kind of. What? Because daylight savings time is Saturday night, weekend. Sunday morning.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
March the what? 8th? That'll be March the 8th?
Yeah, March the 8th, technically.
March the 8th. What is the latest in history? Don't look it up. I see your eyes. Don't do it.
No. I actually am looking at customer support for the on TV.
Oh, okay. What is the latest in history? And I was in the bathroom bored, and just something I asked, because I thought I remembered. And then I know why I remembered, and I was correct. I just did not remember the year. What is the latest in history that daylight savings time has ever happened? Knowing that March the 8th is this year, what is the latest in all history that daylight savings time started? Like, if it wasn't March the 8th, when was it?
April 20th would be my guess.
Really? April 20th?
Yeah.
Deep into baseball season.
Deep in the baseball season.
Well, you are wrong, knuckleball breath. You're wrong. And here's why I remember. It was April the 6th. And I remember watching the Cincinnati Reds. I remember watching the Cincinnati Reds on Central Time for like a week. And opening day for the Reds that year was March the 29th. And, March the 29th, 29th or 30th was the opening day for the Reds, which the Reds always were the first team to open in the National League. And then eventually Boston Red Sox started beating. We would start at 2 o'clock on opening day. The Red Sox would start at 11 because it used to be the
just
Reds
to
were the only
be
team
jackasses.
Just to be jackasses. That's Boston for you. But the Sky Smith, good morning, Sir Bob, from Sky Smith.
Thank you, Sky Smith.
So it used to be in baseball, and this goes back to the 70s, Opening day was the Cincinnati Reds at Riverfront and or Crosley Field and whoever they played. And that would be the only game. And then years after that, the Boston Red Sox started playing at 11 a.m. on opening day. So their game would damn near already be over by the time the Reds played at 2:15 p.m. And then eventually it all changed a little bit. And,
I'm going to be back in just 1 minute. Let me take care of something real quick. But I'm still listening.
All right. So April 6th is the latest ever daylight savings time. And now here we are going a month earlier, which I like. I wish we would just switch it and leave it. Oh, look at the cow dog over there sleeping behind the Gatorade bottle. That him. He loves that zebra-covered blanket, and there's a zebra-covered pillow underneath that blanket, and they got to spend a lot of porch time today. We broke an all-time record high. Our previous record was 78. I think we've only been even near that warm once in the last 40 years. Today we hit 82 in Louisville, 84 on my front porch, according to my thermometer, breaking the old record by 6 degrees. Mighty warm here today. Now, tomorrow, our high temperature is 68. So 68 will seem cool compared to 82. But me and Scooby sat out on the porch for, the better part of an hour, just letting him see the neighbors and bark at everybody and cool out. And Chairman Meow Meow's been outside for the better part of a couple days now. She loves it out there. We've been putting her food outside. And Two Cal stayed out there with me for about a half hour because he's more porch dog. He likes to do his business, and he just comes out and cools out on the porch or sits in the chairs with me. Him and Meow Meow cuddle out there for a little while. Now, I know, cow dog. I see you, cow dog. He big boy. He the big boy, yes him is. He's my baby. I'm shocked Scooby ain't in here somewhere. He must be in bed sleeping. He's had a busy day today. And it is a month earlier now that we start daylight savings time. There's been talk for the last 3 or 4 years of us ending this shit and just move the time up and leave it, which I don't know why we don't do that. And most other countries don't do it either that I know of.
Yeah, there's a few, but it is a giant pain in the ass to do this twice a year. And
parts of Indiana don't do it.
Yeah, and Arizona doesn't do it.
And parts of Arizona don't do it.
Yeah, so the biggest problem would be that so much of our electronics now has daylight savings times built into it. And so just like we had that Y2K thing, and then a few years ago when they changed the start and stop dates for daylight savings time, all the computers and electronics shit had to have updates. So it would take a lot.
Predictions there for a while.
Yeah, it would take a lot to get the electronics to not.
Well, honey, I am so sorry. There will be no help from funerals because unless we get some good money on GoFundMe in the next 30 days, we have no money for funerals. So I'm just letting you know that ahead of time. We are barely covering food right now. And I am sorry. People die every day. I didn't have the money to even bury my own mother. And when I die, we ain't going to have money to bury me either. So I am sorry, but we're not going to be able to help with that. And especially when it ain't even her relative, it's her friend's relative.
Yeah.
They need to contact their friends and see what they can do. Don't mean to sound cold about it, but we take care of the living before we take care of the dead. It's always been that way. Now, people are saying, well, in your GoFundMe, you're wanting to help 2 people whose fathers you died. We're not burying them. That's already been done. We're not burying them. What we're trying to do is that these men that died were the sole providers for their family. Little Ye Ling, who's Eunice's friend, there's 8 kids over there. He was 48 years old and a driver. He was a delivery guy. And that's how he tried to provide for his family and could barely make it then. That's why she sells peanut butter door to door. That's why we buy rice for the family almost every month, because they don't, drivers and Filipino money, and you got 8 kids and a sick wife. So we are desperately trying to help them. They need food. They need their water and electric paid. They just need the very basics to live. If you saw the house they lived in, you'd die. Bob's seen it. There ain't much to it, and there's 8 kids in it. Eunice's is much nice. Yaling hangs out over there quite a bit and brings over a couple brothers and sisters for dinner every now and then. They can't feed all 8 of them, but Eunice's family does what they can to keep food on the table. A bag of rice for Yaling's family is about 2,000 pesos. 50 kilograms, about 110 pounds, will give that family a good run of rice for about 3 weeks. Shockingly, with 9 people in it.
Yeah, eating rice 3 times a day, basically.
Yeah, 3 times a day, and it's nice if you can get them 30 eggs. 30 eggs with 8 kids don't last long. It's 1 egg to go over their rice, or maybe get some flavoring sauce to go over their rice. So they really need more than that. You know, plain rice gets real fucking old 3 times a day, but it beats having nothing, which is the option. The father got hit by a truck driver. Good old Filipino law. They ain't gonna do jack shit for him. Sorry about your damn luck is the James Storm theory over there, I guess. Jin's father died. He had been real sick and died of apparently a heart attack in the middle of the night. They come to try to resurrect him. They got a pulse back for a little bit, took him to the hospital, and he died on the operating table. He was 62, but was still working and providing for the family. So Jin's family could really use some help. So no, we're not paying for funerals, but we are trying, being as the providers of their families have passed away. That's why I set up the GoFundMe that only has 2 donations. So if you're watching this show, if you could share the GoFundMe, put it in front of somebody that could possibly do something, put it in front of a business, a corporation. We're a 501c3. All you got to do is write my inbox and ask for my TIN number, and I'm happy to give it to you. And for those of you out there with big money, it'd be a monster help. I'm supposed to have Anthony Scaramucci on in April. As it stands right now, we hope so, because so far he's the only one who's been decent enough to be of any help to us. And it will have been 7 or 8 months since he helped us when he's on next. And normally when I get him on and get in front of him and let him know what we're dealing with, he's a little more charitable than just dropping him an email. Because I'm sure he gets requests for donations, especially after his son just spent $16 million on a Pokemon card. Anthony Scaramucci Jr. Yeah.
Hey, but it made Logan Paul even more famous.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. So, Evelyn, honey, I'm so sorry, but there ain't jack shit we can do to help with that. Eunice just saw one of the pictures I sent you, that AI picture. Mm-hmm. She thought, that's a good job on that. I don't know what he uses to make that.
The cartoon one?
Not the cartoon one. The one that says...
like the face-off?
The face-off. That looks pretty good.
It does.
Yes, that's better than anything I've made. And but our RJ made that. Honey,
not Paul
I
RJ.
Hope you help my dogs for her foods. I do hate to see dogs, even if it's 500 pesos. Well, it is hard for me to watch dogs starve.
So we don't send any pictures.
What is the Bing.com going to do for me? Is that
it's some video that
I've only had the TV about a week.
Yeah, so it's some video that says how to fix the on and off problem. I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know.
But it does address that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll check that out as soon as the show's over.
Probably just slap it on the side every once in a while. It's how we used to fix the old ones.
Eunice says, I'm sure Kuya will win. But it's amazing how much the other guy looks like Kuya. It's amazing. All right.
Not Coolio, though.
Not Coolio. It's 2 different people. Some people from Canada commented on that picture. Let's see. I remember the time. Yeah, he always... It's been pointed out to me that my friend does not identify as an American. that he's Turkish. I'm not an American. Don't you ever accuse me of such a thing. Well, there's probably a lot of soldiers right now. You can't see Showtime. If you're talking about the movie channel, I do not have that. Let's see. Yeah, honey, I know you're watching, but we do not put money on funerals. We don't have the money for it, or caskets, or burials, or anything like that. I'm so sorry for what happened, but we just don't have the money for that. And if you keep asking, that's a good way to get blocked. Because I can only say no politely so many times that we just can't do that. So, I mean, we did okay, Bob, but it was 3 donations. Out of all the people that will be watching this show tonight, it was 3 donations.
One of them.
And I assure nothing more on GoFundMe. So.
All right, folks. Please. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go get the GoFundMe link here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, let's hope that do some good, or pin it to the top, or whatever we need to do. And a shout out real quick while you're doing that. Shout out to our sponsors, Jimmy John's, which a lot of times will throw them up on the left hand side of the screen. I didn't do it tonight. Jimmy John's, who will be sponsoring my birthday party. My birthday's coming up March the 16th. You don't need to get me anything. Not that any of you would. But if anybody wants to do anything nice for my birthday, do it in sake of the charity, and do it for either GoFundMe or to donate to help our people. If you want to do something nice for me, or if you wanted to get me a dinner or a sandwich, and some of you do that every year, let's do it to help these people. I'll be all right. I got a refrigerator that's full. I got gift cards all over the place. I've got I owe Bob some pizza cards. I need to mail those damn things. I've got might be sending Randy Orton some soon. Randy'd like some pizza cards. And what else was it? Yeah, I got to get back over there and get with him personally to pick up some more of the pizza cards. I think I do. No, Cameron's got 5, but he never needs them because he always eats with me. So I'll have to shake Cameron down and get his pizza cards.
All right. So I just put the link in the chat.
There we go.
So
that's
folks,
for the GoFundMe. Oh, and another easy way you can find it. I've got that posted at the top of my Twitter page. And I've got it posted at the top of my Facebook page. So you can either get it here, and if for whatever reason you have trouble getting to it here, you can go to my Facebook page. There's the QR code that I put out. And a lot of you's inbox that got it. A lot of you primary watchers that watch the show got it. And if you can't do 500, if you can't do 100, we understand. But if you do 10 or 20, and if enough of you do it, it adds up. That's this magazine that I paid to be in. Well, it's not a magazine. It's a lot of magazines that goes all over the country. But it ain't going to hit till the end of next week. She's working on the publication now over the weekend. I think it will be out as of next Tuesday or Wednesday. Should be spread over. And apparently news organizations are going to get it. And all it takes is 2 or 3 big boys to see it that want to be of some help. And things could dramatically change. But how these things succeed, like with the guy that flipped Trump the bird. Who's the first one to ever say shit about Trump on a podcast and flipping the bird and calling him a lying piece of shit and everything? I don't know if I was the first, but I was among them. No one sent me $800,000 for flipping him. That's what he got. He got $800,000 for flipping
and didn't
Trump
lose his job, by the way.
And got his job back, which Trump wasn't very happy about. Because Trump said, Trump even told him he was fired that day. He said, "Fuck you." He flipped him the bird 2 or 3 times. You're fired. Well, no, he wasn't, and he got his job back, and he's $800,000. I think $834,000.
God bless unions.
Yeah, God bless the unions.
Maybe we should get a hold of him, and he can donate some money for us.
He might. Well, yeah, let's get a hold of him. We only need 50 of his 800,000. That's all we need.
Yeah, it's holding
and
take.
He can have the rest of it. Oh, and Renee Good's family got $1.5 million before they cut off their GoFundMe, and that's for the widow. She got $1.5 million, and had the decency to cut it. Who knows how high that would have got? All the publicity that thing's got.
Yeah,
you know, that thing might have got to $5 million, but yeah, got to 1.5, and then she said she cut it off and said, "Here, go help some other people." So, but you would think there's somebody out there that's got a spare $5,000, $10,000, but they ain't even gonna fucking know it's missing. I've got 2 or 3 friends that qualify for that, but only one of them's donated anything. So, but we're gonna try to motivate some people because we get a lot of good stuff done here, And we don't pocket any of the money. We prove it every fucking year. We show the receipts. There are no administrative fees here. Nobody's making any goddamn money. As Bob
not paying
said,
any salaries. We're
no,
not. We don't pay
yet.
our accountant.
Now if we do start getting 50,000 a year coming in, yeah, we're gonna have to pay somebody to do our taxes.
Yeah,
we'll have to pay somebody to do that. But other than that, no, there are no administrative fees. There's no salaries. There's no nothing, and we can prove it. I mean, we just don't sit here and say it. We can prove it. And Bob even figured up once back in the early days. He said, Kenny, I don't know if you know it or not, but do you realize you're sending out about 30% of your own money? I said, no, because I might not have done it had I known how much it was. But all I did was prove, apparently, I didn't really need that 30% that bad. I had everything I wanted. And, I wasn't starving. All the bills were paid. Car was in good shape. I mean, I always try to make sure my car is in good running condition. The one I got now is, once it's jumped, gets the mirror fixed, it'll be fine. The battery's dead because it's goddamn cold here forever. But we think the sub-zeros are gone. And normally my birthday is a good indicator of when the good weather's coming. Well, we got it a little early, just like daylight savings time this time. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. So, remember, for everybody, tomorrow night at 2 a.m., which will be Sunday morning, move your clocks ahead, right? We spring forward, correct? Yeah, we spring forward.
1 hour.
I hate falling back. I hate that fucking adjustment, which is normally sometime in November, I think.
I like falling back. Get an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. No, there's no such thing as extra hour of sleep, because I'm going to sleep as long as I fucking want anyway.
Well,
that is never that only works for working people and people that go to school, and I've tried to be none of those.
Oh yeah,
I sleep and work when I fucking want to.
Do you your thoughts on Danhausen in the WWE?
I like it, which you probably wouldn't think, being an old schooler. But as I posted on Twitter, and I even wrote Danhausen about this, we have communicated with each other a few times, especially when he got engaged. He was apparently on the Conan O'Brien show. I don't know if you know this, Bob.
Mm-mm.
Do you know he got his character from Conan O'Brien?
No, I did not know that.
He just I found this out today from a family member. He said that he recently, about a year or so ago, did Conan O'Brien's podcast. Conan had him on the show. The reason being is that Danhausen had put it out that my character is based upon if Conan O'Brien was very good and very evil. and if you watch it, it kind of makes sense if you're a fan of Conan O'Brien and see how he portrays himself. But he says his character is based on a very good, very evil Conan O'Brien. So so I'm gonna look that podcast up. I want to see that. And but no, as long as you don't take Danhausen and try to make the people think that he can beat The Rock and John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker and all I'm naming all the old greats because that's really about all there are anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to put him in a program with Cody. We're not going to put him in a program with Punk, right?
No.
Although I would
Reigns
love to, I want to see R-Truth and Danhausen together.
That would be fucking hilarious. If there's room for R-Truth at 50-something years old, there's room for Danhausen and probably together. That will be the backstage meeting of all backstage meetings. Because I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. And what about Road Dogg leaving? Have you heard the reasons for his leaving? Because apparently, from what I'm hearing, he didn't like creative. He didn't like what was going on. He didn't like a lot of his friends being fucked over. And then somebody pointed out that Bruce Pritchard's still there, and so is the Freebird, Michael Hayes. Mm-hmm. And they have a history of not good things. And a lot of people wondering why they're still there. As opposed to Vince McMahon being out and various others have been accused of horrible things. Brock Lesnar been accused of horrible things. He got brought back. So, Cadillac. Yeah, well, I've had several Cadillacs. I had a white Cadillac. My first ever Cadillac was burgundy. I got the story behind that Cadillac is that I had a shit car that was so bad, I got it from one of my mother's friends, and I traded her an original Nintendo for it. And I got like a year or two out of this car. It was a Ford God, I think it was a Ford
Granada.
God, I'm trying to remember. It was silver and gray. It was a shit car. And I can't remember the car. My son will remember. I'll have to ask him. But it was a great, but I traded a Nintendo for it, and I must have put 5 carburetors on this car. I remember it broke down on me on Christmas Day once going to visit Chris.
Nintendo was the better option, believe me.
Yeah, I should have rode the Nintendo down there. And it was actually a Nintendo in like 10 games is what it was. So not to think I screwed the lady or anything. So I got so sick of that car that I got a job at Humana, was making some good money, got a couple of bonus checks in. So I go down to a car lot downtown. I've forgot which one. And I asked him what trade-in I could get on that car towards this burgundy Cadillac. And I think the Cadillac's over $29.95. And I think they gave me $350 trade-in for this fucking shit car. And I said, what are y'all going to do with us? Are y'all going to fix it up or anything? Or are y'all going to try and sell it? He says, no, we're going to sell it for junk. That's why we gave you $350. That's about what we'll get at the junkyard. They said, that car's the shits. We're shocked you got it here.
Parted out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, do you mind if I do one thing to that car before we go? If y'all going to junk it, I said, can I say goodbye to my car? They said, sure. So I go out there and I just take my foot and I'm just kicking the shit out of the fucking car. I'm kicking the doors. And I picked up some brick and started smacking the hood, just beating this shit up, exhausting myself, beating this car up with my brand new burgundy. It wasn't brand new. It was like, God, it was a shit. I can't remember the year. I think it was a 1987 Cadillac. And but it looked good. It looked, showroom new appearances and everything. And I beat the shit out of that fucking car, and I waved up. I'm done. And they were laughing like, God, he hated that car. And then I go get in that Cadillac, and it was a good car. I had it for quite some time. And then I had a white Cadillac, and then a black Lincoln, then a cameo ivory Cadillac, and then another white Cadillac. And but now I've got a 2004 Volvo, which everybody in the neighborhood thinks is much newer than what it is because it looks real good, other than the mirror that just got hit. And it runs perfect. And God, we get almost 40 miles a gallon on the highway. It's got the turbo engine. It's a great car for a 2004, and it's only got 77,000 miles on it. I had 72,000 on it when I bought it like 3 years ago. So in 3 years, I've driven 5,000 miles. I don't drive much. No. And but yeah, so your husband is right. I love Cadillacs, and I also love the Lincoln Town Car. But the Volvo gets a lot better mileage on the highway than that Lincoln. That Lincoln was lucky to get 17 on the highway, and I get about 38 to 42 on the highway with this turbo Volvo. And especially if I'm the one driving. When Speed Demon's behind the wheel of the car, the mileage ain't quite as good. But those turbos kicking in is where you get your mileage at, and that's why we chose the turbo version. All right. Well, it's 10:44, so I'm going to go ahead and see how SmackDown ends. Randy Orton opened the show. Trick Williams. Randy thinks a lot of Trick Williams. So does me and my son. We think very, very highly of Trick. And I noticed that Randy has put himself right in the middle of about 3 or 4 of his recent angles. So Randy thinks the world of Trick. And that being said, Trick's going to have a very good opportunity to make it big in his business if he listens to Randy. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. And so good luck to Randy. I am very much hoping that he will be the world champion. When he was on the Pat McAfee show, they asked him about, will Cena's record ever be broken? Randy says, I can assure you that 17 championships will never be broken. And then he winks at the camera like, and there's a reason for that. So, you know, I they might think highly of me here, but I won't be breaking Cena's record. So, my eyes barely got me through this show. And for those of you that didn't notice, I had on my orange glasses to tent the light because my right eye's been giving me a lot of trouble. And then I put my $650 prescription glasses on over them so I can read everything. Y'all have noticed I haven't had any trouble reading shit lately. And I don't even know if y'all noticed, but no, my prescription glasses don't have an orange tint. But I do need to get my prescription glasses adjusted. They're a little loose on my big-ass head. I don't know how you could make these glasses loose on a head this big, but they did. See that? Now that's not as clear. I mean, I see it, but when I throw these on over it, everything just clears right up. So that's right. I'm a genius. No, who? Bob, did you ever think do that? Did you ever think put on some orange-tinted glasses and then put your prescription glasses on over it?
I actually have some sunglasses. Not orange ones. I have some sunglasses that go over my glasses.
Oh yeah, okay.
But they look really
and they're made to do that. They're made to do that, and they go over the glasses. Okay, we'll see. Well, I guess I just reversed that. That's what I did.
You did.
I got the
as always. You go against the grain.
I go against the grain. Exactly.
Right,
Bob, how much longer do the nerd nights go? Or are you
forever
indisposable on Tuesdays for quite some
forever time? And ever? Amen.
Don't say forever. You could be at war.
They go on as long as I do. Let's put it that way.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
Is that how that goes? Where do you go for nerd night? You apparently do not host nerd night.
No, we actually do this. This is Dungeons and Dragons, and we're actually playing it on a Discord, a Zoom type.
Oh, is that what it is? So everybody's in their own home. You're all just doing.
Yeah, we have people in Colorado, people in Florida.
I assumed you all met at somebody's house and had nerd night.
Yeah, we had to put on our little hats and our elf ears.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah,
but
we do that
anyway. I thought y'all had group get-togethers, ordered pizza, because you mentioned about playing board games.
So we did that. That's what I was doing before, and the board games were at someone else's house.
Okay. Well, I knew there was a reason I must have thought that.
Yeah, those were before, but now I'm not going to visit people. You know, the human contact is more than I can stand.
Well, you never know when COVID will strike up again.
Anytime. I mean, it's waiting in the wings, ready to leap out.
Hey, you got something to be very proud of. I hear that y'all the number one leading state for measles, right along with South Carolina.
But
that's an NCAA tournament.
We have not had a king cobra in weeks.
Well, have we really knocked on everybody's door and checked on the king cobra stats? I mean, a lot of people probably scared to talk about it.
About a year ago, they actually had a king cobra that escaped from someone who was keeping one as a pet, and escaped from their house. I'm like, why are you keeping a cobra as a pet? Not a good idea.
I don't think Marianne had theirs as a pet. He wanted to make them a pet.
Exactly.
They just weren't going
dinner is what it was.
All right,
he saw those two Filipino girls and was like,
well, they're both cute. I mean, at least the goddamn snake's got good taste.
Tasty girls.
Tasty girls. I'll take a bite out of that.
I think we're going to name that king cobra Epstein.
That was the Epstein snake. He saw them two little young.
He liked the young girls.
I'd like to take a bite out of them young girls. That's what Epstein and Trump said.
Yeah,
they're going. This show turned dirty in a hurry. But no, thank you all for watching. Thank the three of you that donated. That's very kind. All three of you. We appreciate it. Did I mention three of you?
There were three.
But that's more than the two people that have donated on GoFundMe.
That's the list, but it's backwards because
that's the list. Where's Jericho? Jericho needs to make that list for me. You're on the list. Couldn't even donate in here $5 measly goddamn dollars. You type. Oh, don't get me steamed because I'm already steamed. Don't steam me, Alice. I'm already steamed.
He's steamed like the rice that a Filipino eats.
It won't be steamed a lot, I'll assure you that.
No, we'll be back.
I'll be back Tuesday. Bob will be doing something.
Coltrane might be around. You never know.
You never know. When Train said he might even drop in at the end of the show tonight.
Yeah, he's stuck with the.
We do practically a 2-hour show, and the train doesn't show.
Yeah, he'll be here in like 2 more minutes.
But he did donate, and that was the important thing.
That's really all that matters.
That's it's really all that mattered.
For the king, for the Starmaker,
not the snake,
not the cobra,
not that cobra.
The king, not the cobra. I'm Bob Hazelwood. We'll see you guys.